Learning styles: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and children learning styles. This video was made by Yuriko Jesus Jacobo Montoya, María Fernanda Ramos Jaques, Valeria Abigail Batiz Armenta, Julio Alejandro Vázquez García, and Hector Manuel Ibarra Sáenz. Introduction and goals. What are learning styles? Learning styles are the methods and process which we use to gain knowledge. The purpose of the following video is to illustrate the most commonly seen learning style, as well as help the viewers understand which is their learning styles, and that
Visual learning is a way of learning in which information is associated with images. This learning style requires that learners first see what they are expected to know. People with a visual learning style are often referred to as visual spatial learners. In school, visual learners typically remember what they read rather than what they hear, prefer reading a story rather than listening to it, learn from seeing things written out on a board, use diagrams and charts to understand ideas and concepts, take notes during class or while listening to presentations, use color to organize information, need quiet study time, often prefer to work alone rather than in groups, may not understand verbal instructions, ask a lot of questions to seek clarification, need to be able to see the teacher.
Kinesthetic learning is a learning style popularized by NLP, in which learning takes place by students carrying out physical activities, rather than listening to a lecture or watching demonstrations. Kinesthetic learners learn by doing. They are energetic and hyperactive children who tend to be excellent experimenters, and with practice they can become athletes, actors, or dancers easier than the others.
Auditory learners. Auditory learners prefer to learn and process information by hearing and discussing information. Auditory learners learn by listening to others explain, debate, summarize, or discuss information. Auditory learners like to talk and listen as they learn. They can accurately remember any heard information. And they have strong communication skills, and they may find learning a foreign language such as French easy. Some learning strategies for auditory learners are discussions, reading out loud, asking questions, working in groups, and reciting, as well as taping lectures, explaining, making rhymes or songs, and using technology. Auditory learners usually sit where they can hear but needn't pay attention. They may not coordinate colors or fabrics, but they can explain why they wear what they're wearing. Weird, right? They also like to hum or talk to themselves when they're bored.
Child learning styles. Kids doesn't have only one learning style. They are even more wide open to acquiring knowledge than adults, and that's why the kids can be kinesthetic, auditory, and visual learners at the same time. At the time that a child is trying to learn, as teachers, we must know which learning style have our students. For that, we must identify them. But do you know how? Let's take a look at the following tips.
Created using Powtoon.